This is what I call the anatomy of your website. We're going to start from the top down. So each page should have a focus keyword. So each page equals one keyword. If you want a different keyword, different page. Just kind of keep moving. So obviously if you have 10 pages on your website, you're going to select your top 10 to focus on, and then your blogs will be that additional place to expand keywords. Number one, your title tag is this when showing up on Google. That blue link is your title tag. It's describing your page to whoever may click on it, as well as Google. So for this page that's coming up, they really want to show for emergency plumbers, and they're located in Batavia. Not close enough, but underneath this is your meta description. So that's why we talk about that paragraph that still shows keywords but engages someone to click. Now when we're on a website, we can all see this information. If we hover over the top, this little box will pop down and it'll say what the title tag is. The format of the title tag should be, let me write it up here. Okay, should be your keyword. Straight up and on line. It's called the bar. It's underneath the delete button. Your location. Another bar. Your business name. Location can be excluded if you don't want to narrow yourself down. So you can see for mine, I don't have any. It just goes from my keyword to my business name. It's because I don't want to associate myself with one location. I can do it on other pages if I want to have a page that's all about Chicago. I would want to include the location. The business name needs to be what you use for your Google business. So whatever the title or business name of your listing, that's what you want to use. And that's just because, again, you're keeping it exact. Google will start picking up all the breadcrumbs that you're leaving so that you can actually make the connection for your SEO. Keyword, be exact. So if that's with the S, without the S, want to try and keep that focus keyword only one and don't repeat it. So each page will have a unique keyword. For the meta description, (160 characters). This is all that Google will show. You could have a longer one, but it will not be seen on Google search. And of course, include your focus keyword in that paragraph. I wish I counted how many times I said keyword today. Next, we have H1, H2, H3 headers. So if you're not a web designer, that's totally fine. Those are just your headers that you have on your page that describe what you do. So essentially, if we think about our users, we don't have a lot of time to get their attention, to keep their attention. So what we need to do is create headers that tell the story so that if they don't read it, they get the gist of what we're sharing. And these different headlines may get them to stop and continue to read. Essentially for our SEO, this is what Google is doing. They're going in and reading the headers first to get an understanding of the overall, then they will go back and read the details. In the details, we're going to find a keyword density. This is how many times that focus keyword is on the page. So now we're going from the top down. A keyword in the title tag, a keyword in the meta description, a keyword in the header, a keyword in the copy. The goal for the density is 1 to 2%. So that means 1 to 2 keywords for every 100 words on the page. Working with a copywriter, all you have to do is, here's what I want to talk about, here's my keywords, and I'll do the rest. But what Google is looking for is how many times is this word found, the exact focus word, so that this page is the ultimate response to someone searching for that word.
Is that, Kelsey, is that just in the H1 or is it in the H2 and H3? All have a keyword somewhere.
What you can end up doing without being too repetitive is have the variations of that keyword. Plumber, plumbers, plumbing. Google is getting very good at interpreting the content to make assumptions of keywords, but the more you're adding with that focus keyword still being in the spotlight, you can still include more within the page. So that's why the full list is great, because you can just kind of pick and choose. Like, you may write the content and then go back and try and insert some keywords once you have written it. The internal and external links. So this is that backlinking opportunity, trying to make sure that people have options to go and learn more or convert. Does anyone know what a conversion is? I'm going to stop there. A conversion is an action on your website that is valuable to you. So you can decide what that is. For me, it's book a call. You'll see that button everywhere. That is what I want someone to do once they're convinced. Having that same button, doesn't matter if it's at the top of the page and I've convinced them, or if they've made it all the way to the bottom of the page and I've convinced, wherever they're at, I want to give them the option of connecting with me. Other conversions could be subscribe. It could be I watched a full video. I made a purchase. It can be anything that you feel is important. They visited this page. They made it to this page, I've made it. They're sold. So any of these actions, book a call, purchase, subscribe, sign up for something, those are all conversions that you want to know when someone does it. Because once you get them to your site, what is the goal?
Buy something.
To convert.
Give me your credit card.
Yeah. The conversion, it feels like that word is like so valuable, but yet we don't really realize its value. Conversion is the end game. That's what we want. If that is at the bottom of the funnel, or hey, I've got them to subscribe. Next, I want them to book a call with me. Next, I want them to check out my, cheap resource that's $10. Then I want them to become a client. Then, it can keep going. But what's that first thing that we want them to do? Because if they subscribe, now we can email them and get them back to our website. Now we can get them to follow us on social media and get it back to our website. Like, our goal is just bringing them back here to, again, once they come back, ultimately convert on a different level. And we want to create that so that it's gradual for people, but being very clear on what our conversion is helps all of this work that we're talking about. So your internal and external links. Internal should be to a conversion or to another page that explains that service with that conversion button. Externally, maybe on a blog post where I'm linking to Google. Hey, you start here, give them the link to Google. That helps me build credibility, linking with a very valuable website, as well as providing the information to support what I'm saying. I would say each page you want to have at least one internal or external link. You don't have to overdo it. You'll find that blog posts have a lot more. Regular pages, it's all to whatever your link conversion is.
Can't even read the recipe without 57
Yeah, that's true.
I hate
The
that.
recipe one is like, wait, just tell me how many cups of sugar I need to put
And then
in.
you have to like pass by an ad like that's a trick.
Oh, yeah,
And
for
you
sure.
go into.
It says like 15 other items that,
Yeah, it's like,
black hat stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're trying to trick you. Google doesn't like that. All right, so the last part of our anatomy is images. Always suggest putting images on your page that create more engagement. If you can add videos, great. But like I said with Google Business, Google doesn't see this picture. They see what it's named. And how many of us have our photos named image 1234, image 1235? That's what Google thinks is important to you. So you may be able to do image search 1234 and find your image, but really we want to take the opportunity to put a keyword in. These are called alt tags. The format, very similar to the title. So using the same focus keyword in your alt tag helps that page just reiterate. What I would say is you want to pick a keyword that actually relates to the photo. So with this, it can be Google Ads Manager on laptop dash KaeRae Marketing. The purpose of keeping the keyword somewhat related is for those that are using the accessibility tools for a website. They may not be able to see, but only hear the content said aloud. So that's where we want to explain the photo, but also use the opportunity to insert a keyword related. It may be very easy for Pilates, picture of Pilates studio, picture of Pilates instructor, any of those things are still going to be keyword related and explain the photo. We don't want to have it totally skewed and we're saying something that the photo is just not.
But you say picture of as the name of the image, so that Google, no, just
the name.
Okay.
Yeah, because it being a PNG, JPEG, Google already knows that it's a photo.
Okay.
Another thing is using high quality images. Google hates blurry images as well as images with text overlay. For your website, it's okay, but if you're using photos on Google Business, avoid any of those because Google just doesn't like it and will push it down.